friends. Today, we are going to study 2.3 Connecting the Dots. Steve Jobs' commencement speech at Stanford University. Warming up. Founders and their creation. Steve Jobs. He was an American entrepreneur, business magnate, inventor and industrial designer. He was the chairman, chief executive officer and the co-founder of Apple Incorporated, Pixar Animation Studio, board member of Walt Disney Company. He was the largest individual shareholder of Walt Disney Company. He was the leading figure in computer and entertainment industries. He is widely recognized as one of the pioneers of microcomputer revolution of the 1970s and 1980s. Use the letters given above to make a word register of computers. The famous computer manufacturing companies. Various benefits of computers: Expand the following. Write the shortened forms. About the text. These are words of wisdom by Steve Jobs' commencement speech at Stanford. 1. Connecting dots. You can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. You can never know what positive will come out of any situation, even your most challenging ones. Our greatest struggles often guide us to our greatest blessings. Trust that everything will work out perfectly in the end, if you stay true to yourself and follow your heart. 2. Love and loss. You've got to find what you love. When you love what you do, it's not work, it's play. When you love what you do, everything you do is done with a quality that can't be matched by hard work. Do what you love and your life will be a vacation. 3. Follow your intuition. Trust your heart. When in doubt, go to your heart. Your intuition will always guide you to the right destination. Summary of the text. Connecting the dots. This is an extract of the commencement speech given by Steve Jobs to the graduate students at Stanford University in 2005. Here, Steve Jobs had shared 3 stories of his life, which were the turning points in his life. He had achieved name and fame by following his intuition and devotion. So, he advised his readers to follow it. 3 stories in the life of Steve Jobs. Connecting the dots. Love and loss. Escaping from the death. In the first story, Steve Jobs narrated about connecting the dots. He talked about his college days, where he dropped out of Reed College after the first 6 months, and began dropping in on the one that looked interesting. But here, he learned the best calligraphy lessons, so he made great typography like serif and sans serif fonts. During those days, he had not his own shelter, so he slept on the floor in friend's room. He would walk 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get one good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. He followed his heart and ended up designing the first Macintosh computer, Mac. According to him, you have to trust in your gut, destiny, life, karma. In short, whatever you do in life helps you in future. In the second story, Steve Jobs described about his love and loss. He found what he loved in his early life. He started Apple in a garage into a $2 billion company and got fired from the same. He had lost what he had made. He had taken that as a lesson and begun all over again with a different perspective. He started companies, Next and Pixar, the world's most successful animation studio. He also talked about the love of his life, Lawrence, whom he married later. In the third story, Steve Jobs told about the death. He was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. His doctor had advised him to settle all his things, means be ready to die. He had surgery, and he got cured. He said that his life was unpredictable, so he insisted to live your life and use your living time judiciously. Steve Jobs wished that stay hungry, stay foolish. It means, always keep wanting something more and something new. Always keep an open mind. Never think you know everything. New words. Marginal questions. What did Steve Jobs do for 2 years after he joined Reed College? Stop taking the required classes that didn't interest him. What hardships did Jobs face? To sleep on the floor in friends' rooms, to deposit empty Coke bottles for 5 cents to buy food, walked 7 miles to get good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. What basic course in Reed College helped while designing the Mac? The basic course of calligraphy. What setbacks did Jobs suffer when he was 30? He was fired from the company which he himself had started. What does the second story of Jobs convey to you? About love and loss conveys to us that even if our efforts result in complete disaster. What does Jobs warn you about life and dogma? Not be trapped by dogma. The overpowering influence of others' opinions should not drown out our own inner voice. How does Jobs close his address to the graduate students? By telling them about an amazing publication called the Whole Earth Catalog. Workshop. Rearrange the incidents in the life of Steve Jobs in chronological order. Read the third story and complete the flowchart. Refer the dictionary and match the words with their meanings. Identify some qualities of Steve Jobs and complete the web. Complete the following table. The 3 stories in the life of Steve Jobs. Say how. The calligraphy classes helped Steve Jobs after 10 years. Design proportionally designed fonts into the Mac. You can connect dots only by looking backward and trust that they connect in the future. Jobs reacted later on, after the shock of being fired from Apple. Decided to start over and entered into the most creative period of his life. Jobs was cured of a rare cancer by a surgery. Jobs acquired the famous words "stay hungry, stay foolish" from the final issue of the Whole Earth catalog. Pick out pieces of advice that Steve Jobs gives in his speech. Use the following idioms, phrases in sentences of your own. Fill in the gaps choosing the appropriate idioms. Name the tense of the verbs underlined to include time, past/present/future, and aspect, simple/continuous/perfect/perfect continuous. Change the tense as instructed. Here is a list of 20 amazing life lessons we can all learn from Steve Jobs.